We as a systems integrator every year have to reevaluate, do we have the right product set? Are we doing the right thing for our client? So we've looked at a number of competitors. There's a number of open source guys out there. They're good. You know, Talent is good and Boomy's good. They just don't have the depth that Pervasive has.
We wanted to be able to work with a single integration vendor. That's always been our challenge.
So we looked at organizations like TIBCO and Business Objects.
Data Integrator from Pervasive was chosen as the primary integration tool due to the efficiency, the cost effectiveness, the ability to do everything we needed to do with it, and from my background had even more connectors at the time. So I was able to do more with it than I had been doing previously with Informatica and at a fraction of the cost.
What we found is an organization that was total cost of ownership focused, delivering the right-sized integration technology to meet the needs. Lots of other players in the marketplace certainly deliver large enterprise apps that are far more complex and far more costly to support at runtime.
The fact that some competitive tools, you can buy them, but you need to buy different connectors for different product sets or different data sources. You also need to buy different modules to do different things for different types of integrations. This is buy it once, use it many approach, which is very effective from a cost perspective.
The reason we chose Pervasive is because of its long-standing stability, and in the industry we see it as a market leader.
They very much stepped right next to us and understood exactly the dilemmas that we were facing and the challenges that we needed to overcome. That was a breath of fresh air. Instead of like trying to shove the sales process down our throats and stuff, they listened, they understood, they brought very intelligent individuals that guided us through and made us feel like it was a true partnership.
Probably the biggest reason I chose them was the whole sense of them supporting me as a partner. Without them, I probably wouldn't even have launched the solution.
Given what we were trying to do to assemble a very advanced intelligence gathering environment for Intel delivery, we knew we needed a very rich and flexible integration technology.
Something that was web services based and distributable was very important. I think Pervasive definitely has one of the most competitive products in that set, since very few are distributable.
There was a give point, both from a volume perspective and from a business process mapping perspective. And so, which is why initially we had gone the route of sort of traditional scripting and coding as it related to integration. And
a lot of the downfalls about that is that if it breaks and let's say somebody is to leave the organization, a lot of that knowledge capital is lost, and it's also not very repurposable.
The tools we used did not provide sufficient debugging, did not provide sufficient granularity of function calls to work with the complex demands of our clients.
We have to be very adept at moving away from maybe the API that the application gives us and going behind the screens and putting in data in the database, or maybe reverse engineering some XML. We know that if we've purchased Pervasive and we're using Pervasive, we have all those different arrows to use. It's not just here's a connector and this is the only thing you can use. So you've got tons of different alternatives with using this Pervasive.